Hello, welcome back to I Create For You. My name's Lori, and today is Whatever Wednesday, so I'm going to do something just a little different. Only because um, I feel I need to do it to help myself as well as help others. And this is just what I'm going to do. Hopefully, my message will help other people and help me as well. A lot of you probably have already heard about passing a map around from Alaskan Bush people. Um, I was one of his followers on his YouTube channel for a very, very long time. And got to know him really well. Got to meet an amazing group of people in his chat community who are like the best second family anyone could ever have, especially when your own family doesn't seem to care. So it's been very hard. A lot of us are struggling with the loss, and he was such an amazing person. Um, Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of bad things said about him that shouldn't be. And it was due to a lot of issues that came up in his life um, here recently that caused the outcome. One of the main ones that I must point out is the bullying that had happened by new followers on his channel. Somehow, some way, some of us who had been with him, which seemed like from the beginning, have had been blocked from his channel, and not sure. I have an idea, but I am not sure who did that, because his original moderators were also removed and blocked, and they were by his side and helping him with his channel forever. So a lot of us had not been able to deal with what the new followers were conjuring up in his chats. I mean, we had other ways of communicating, either by phone or by email or whatever, but Matt wasn't in that frame of mind to answer his texts or emails, basically, even if it was from his closest friends. And so I'd like to address the bullying. I think my opinion, just my opinion, and I don't care if you don't like it, really, at this point, is you gotta think before you speak. Things you say can affect a person in different ways. You may think something's funny, you may think something's, you need to say something, and you may need to say it harshly. But if someone is struggling and you see it, there's no reason to poke fun. There's no reason to make it worse. You don't know the background to why they're going through what they're going through. Not only am I speaking from experience, but from witnessing people do this. I have, in my personal life, I've had some struggles with that kind of issue. People not thinking before they say something, not realizing that what they say is going to stick. It may stick in the wrong way, a negative way, either if whether or not the bully wants that, I don't know, but the mindset of a bully is ridiculous. If you get a good feeling putting a person down or picking on them, making them feel useless, making them feel less than what they are, smaller than you, not worthy, anything like that, you have a problem, a real problem. And that's what's wrong with society today. There's so much negativity, so much hate, so much finger pointing, so much blame. I have lived through eras that did not have that, and it's rough to see my kids and my grandchildren have to deal with this society because you don't know what a person's going through. You don't. And it shouldn't be. When you are attacking someone, whoever it may be, think in your mind that could be someone close to you getting that done to them, and you know what your family member or friend, close friend, has been going through, and you see this person attacking them. How would that make you feel? Would you not like that? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Plain and simple. I'm going to read some things. But first of all, I got this. I had created some ATC cards, artist trading cards, last week for whatever Wednesday, and I received some back in the mail with some swaps. The first envelope I opened up, I got these 2 cards in them, and they're amazing cards, and I'm paying it forward because I'm going to try to make some of these, and I'm going to try to see where I can get more of these, because these more have to be out in the world. This was one of them. I hope this makes you smile. Nothing else, just simple. I hope this makes you smile. This one says, sometimes you forget you're awesome, so this is your reminder. And on the back it says, always remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. From a total freaking stranger. I got this in the mail. So it gives me hope there are some people out there with a conscience, and people out there with a heart and soul and feelings. Because to me, if you can demean someone and get a kick out of doing it and love doing it and do it repeatedly until you beat that person down to where they have nothing left, it's sickening. You're a sick person, inside and out. And I know you don't care if I say that, because you're in that mindset where it doesn't matter, but it does. Okay, so I've got some more things. And if you don't like this and you don't like what I'm saying, unsubscribe and move on, because I'm not all about that. If you want to say something nasty to me before you leave, and if that makes you feel good about yourself, have a nice day. Have the day you deserve. And I'll leave it at that. I won't comment on your comment, but I will say, have the day you deserve, and let that sink in. I got a few things I've seen online and have popped up, and I just want to share some of them with you. This is a puzzle piece. I just printed some out, and it says on this puzzle piece, never forget you are the piece that made the difference, the person you are, and the difference you make. It says, thank you for the person you are and the difference you make. Just a simple, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find puzzle pieces that are big enough. I had big ones. I had some that were really big floor puzzle pieces that, like my grandsons would play with on the floor. If I see them in a thrift shop, if I see them anywhere, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to paint on them, and this is what the message is. I'm going to paint on them, and I'm just going to put them out into the world. I'm just going to, when I go to the store, just set them on a counter somewhere. I'm just set them outside of a store, set them in a shopping cart. I'm just going to put that there, because maybe there's somebody who needed to hear that at that moment. You never know. Sometimes all you need is for someone just to be there. Even if they can't solve your problems, just knowing there's someone who cares can make all the difference. That's true. Just any little thing. I'm going to tell you a little quick thing that happened to me. I went to on Monday. I'm having a hard time coping with this loss, even though he wasn't my family member. He felt like a family member. He touched so many lives in so many positive ways. It's just sickening how bullying and other actions pushed him. And so I'm having a hard time dealing with it. Like I need to be alone and process some of this, because it's just mind-boggling how this has even happened to such an amazing person. So it's kind of hard for me to step outside the house and do normal things. That's how much of an effect this is having on me, because it sucks. There's no reason for it. So I walked Monday. I walked to the post office, which is about 2.5 blocks away. On my way back from the post office, I was walking across an intersection, got to the other corner, and I had seen this very elderly woman struggling to walk. She was taking her time, and I said, good morning. And she said good morning back. She says, boy, I wish I could walk as fast as you. And I said, I hear you. I know. I have struggles sometimes too. She goes, I'm 88. I just wish I could go back to being healthy. And I said, ma'am, you're 88 years old, and you're up, and you're walking around, and you're outside, and it doesn't matter how fast you can walk. You're upright, and you're walking, and you're talking, and you're awesome. And she started to cry. She said, thank you so much. Little things like that made me feel good, made her feel good, made her feel proud of herself, which she should have, because I could see she was struggling, but she at least made the effort to get up, get out of her house, even if it was just to walk to the corner. When I turned around and as I was walking away, she turned around and she waved to me and smiled, and then she was just like walking back and forth in front of her house just to get exercise. And I hope I didn't really make her day, but that's my goal. To try to put some positivity out there. Yesterday, I was out at a store, and I asked the lady. There was stuff on the top shelf I couldn't reach, and I asked one of the associates, because it said if you need help with anything on the top shelf, please ask for help. So I asked the lady, and another elderly lady, but she was out working, And she comes over and she says, "What did you need help with?" I said, "Oh, would like something from this top shelf." She came over and she was struggling to walk, and I felt bad because she was getting up on a ladder. She said, "Let me get the footstool, let me get this ladder stool or whatever, and I'll be right back." So she did that, and she went up on this ladder, and she kept apologizing. "I'm sorry, I'm so slow getting this down. I'm sorry, I'm having issues with my hip today and my foot. I don't know what's going on." And I said, "I'm just amazed that you even took the initiative to override what you're going through and come to work and be present and be tough through it." She goes, "Oh, thank you." She says, "Yes." She says, I know I really shouldn't be working, but I need to. Times are tough." And I said, "Yes, they are." I said, "If you don't mind, if you don't mind me asking what happened." And she says, "It's just getting old. I need a hip replacement, and am I so old I don't really think I should have one, and I know I'm gonna probably make things worse." And I said, "Well, I've had a knee replacement. I hear you. I need my other one done." I was told that within 5 years, 5 to 7 years, I would probably have to get the new one that I got in 2020 replaced. So I'm waiting for 2027, and I'm getting both replaced. And she said, "Yeah, but you're young yet." I said, "Really? I'm not that young." But um thank you. And I said, "Let me tell you, I am amazed at what you're accomplishing, even though you're physically struggling." I said, "You could be proud of yourself for being able to go up on that step, and I'm so sorry that I made you do that." I said, "I didn't realize you were having struggles today." And she said, "Oh, it's not a worry. Don't worry about it." She was like, when I first talked to her, she was really withdrawn. She didn't really want to talk. But after we were talking, after I purchased what I got and everything, she was like, "Have a nice day. Thank you for my well wishes," because I told her I hope she gets to feeling better throughout the day, and that she doesn't have to struggle so much, and she'll be able to go home, put her feet up, and relax. And she was like, "All, oh my gosh, yeah, I can't wait to," and then she really wanted to talk. So you can turn something positive in any way. And I'm going to try to do that. I don't know that I can do that every day, but you can do little things. If someone's struggling at a door, trying to get a card out, trying to get through the door, hold the door open. Say, "Have a nice day." Smile at somebody. You never know what someone's going through. So, here's another one that says, "You should smile more, worry less, laugh, love, and live awesome." I have these other ones. Some of them I haven't read totally through, but I still want to read them. "Sometimes it's too late to make things right. Sometimes we hurt others more than we realize. Sometimes a smile fades in front of our eyes, and sometimes we are the reason for tears in someone's eyes. Never treat anyone the way you don't want to be treated. Love life and love the ones around you." That's a good one. "Always be yourself. Never try to hide who you are. The only shame is to have shame. Always stand up for what you believe in. Always question what other people tell you. Never regret the past. It's a waste of time. There's a reason for everything. Every mistake, every moment of weakness, every terrible thing that has happened to you, grow from it. The only way you can ever get the respect of others is when you show them that you respect yourself, and most importantly, do your thing and never apologize for being you." This is my wish for you. Comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunset to warm your heart, hugs when spirits sag, beauty for eyes to see, friendships to brighten your being, faith so you can believe, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, and love to complete your life. Don't ever be ashamed of the scars life has left you with. A scar means the hurt is over and the wound is closed. It means you conquered the pain, learned a lesson, grew stronger, and moved forward. A scar is the tattoo of a triumph to be proud of. Don't allow your scars to hold you hostage. Don't allow them to make you live your life in fear. You can't make the scars in your life disappear, but you can change the way you see them. You can start seeing your scars as a sign of strength, not pain. And lastly, when a flashlight grows dim or quits working, you don't throw it away, you change the batteries. When a person messes up and finds themselves in a dark place, do you cast them aside? Of course not. You help them change their batteries. Some need AA, attention and affection. Some need AAA, attention, affection, and acceptance. Some need C, compassion. Some need D, direction. And if they still don't seem to shine, simply sit with them quietly and share your own light. Strong messages, I hope, help people who are struggling. I hope bring a message that negativity doesn't need to be, really. I can't imagine why anybody would like to just pick and poke fun at someone they don't even know. I don't know if it's just because they don't care or they're lashing out because their lives aren't what they should have, that should be experiencing. And so when they see someone else struggling, they just like go in for the kill, the attack, I don't know if it makes them. I can't. I'm not in that mindset, so I guess I will never know what trips them up to be that way. I just, it's mind-boggling to me, and I wish that it wasn't something that we all have to deal with in one way, shape, or another. Back in the day, I don't think this shit would fly. In fact, I know it wouldn't fly. And I hope I've taught my children not to take any shit either. Because they know if I find out they're getting shit on, the shit will hit the fan from me. I don't care how old they are. I don't care if I live to see my kids be in their 50s and 60s. No one's going to shit on my kids or my grandkids. They'll have to deal with me. I don't care if I have to beat them with a cane to make them think twice about what they have done. No one should have to deal with bullying, and no one should have to deal with struggles alone. You can make a difference if you want to. If you don't want to, fine, don't. But don't bring out your ugliness. Don't spread ugliness. Don't spread negativity. It's not attractive. Very much not attractive. And I'm sorry that we really didn't do anything artsy, craftsy, or anything like that today to do basically with my channel, but I'm hoping my channel takes people's minds off things, shows them things to keep them busy, little other avenues to spend with things that they can do with their family members, or at nursing homes, volunteering at nursing homes, or whatever. People just need to be kind, and they need to be more aware of what happens if they're not. They need to take accountability for their words and actions. We're losing too many people in senseless ways because someone didn't care. They just, I can't even say it. They just, I just can't. Sorry for the very emotional video. I just felt I needed to do something to help myself a little bit and maybe help someone else. And I hope that Matt will be remembered for the kind, loving person, giving person that he was. Alcohol and substance abuse is a very ugly thing, and it can mess with the most beautifully loving, caring person. It just, the effects are horrible. And when fuel is added to that fire, the only person that gets burned is the person who shouldn't be burned, the person who needed someone, who needed confirmation that they mattered. I really don't know how to say this, but I don't really say it too often. I'm a suicide survivor, so it's really a touchy situation when I see someone else struggle like that. I mean, I've struggled, and most of my problem at the point where I was were that my own brothers were attacking me for saying very harsh things, saying how I wasn't disabled from my accident, that it was all in my head, that I didn't need to be I can't even say. My brothers, I don't have my brothers in my life anymore. They both disowned me, and the only reason was because I was taking care of my mother, and they wanted me out of the way so they could sell her home, put her in a nursing home, and needed me to be on my way so they could get what they thought they were going to get, but they didn't. Money from everything. So I'm sorry I brought that up. So the family that I have right now is the family that Matt helped bring together in his chat community. I know that some people may think that's silly to say that a chat community is family, but it's true. These people are awesome. They're supportive, they're kind, they're loving, they're caring. They're more of a family to me than my blood family. And that's where Matt and I were the same, where his, he was estranged from his family. And so that was a common thing in my mind, that we both dealt with. And so he was relatable. It was just easy to listen, learn, and love the people that followed him. I mean, listen, love, and learn with the people that followed him, and create the bonds that we all have that probably, most likely, will never be broken. Even if they're across the pond, or in Australia, or Netherlands, or Italy, or Germany, it doesn't matter where they're from. They're my family, and they'll always be my family. Even though the family that's right here, close, isn't. They say blood is thicker than water, but let me tell you what. Sometimes that comment isn't far from the truth. These people are amazing. I'm so blessed to have them in my life, and I'm hoping that you guys can experience that somewhere, some way, because it's amazing. And all right now, we're all struggling together to get through this, and we all vow to promote Matt's legacy in helping others, and we're hoping to stop the bullying. And it all starts with you, like Michael Jackson would say in his song, "The Man in the Mirror." Listen to that song. That's so true. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this. Like I said, I hope this helps someone. I hope this gives someone a boost, and or maybe it'll stop somebody from their harsh words and their harsh ways. Hopefully that would happen. But please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to try not to be this emotional and I don't even know what to say about that. Anyway, if you've subscribed already, thank you so much. And to all my family from Matt's chat that have subscribed and are my extended family, I love you all. Thank you so much for all the support. And I hope I give you as much back as you have given me. I love you all. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.